Hello, friends. Welcome to Trivia Over Tea, the quiz show podcast where we drink tea and play trivia. I'm your host, Matthew Cook, and I'm here virtually once again with our scorekeeper, Carter Zenke. Carter, how are you this afternoon?
Ready to keep practicing my addition.
Perfect. Well, let's meet this week's contestants. First, we have Lucas.
Hi, y'all. I'm Lucas. I'm a composer, and I'm drinking green tea with matcha.
Very good. Well, thanks for being here, Lucas. And we also have Frey.
Hello, I'm Frey. I'm an assistant English teacher, and I'm Lucas's brother. I'm teaching English breakfast tea because it is the patron saint of Madrid's patron day today, and I have been drinking other things than tea all day.
Very good. Well, thank you for being here on such a celebratory day. As with all of our regular episodes, we'll have 4 rounds of questions, each with a slightly different format. And so without further ado, Carter will explain the rules for round 1.
Round 1, as you might recall, is our first general knowledge round where we each get 5 multiple choice questions, and questions here worth 10 points each.
All righty, Lucas, you're up first. Are you ready?
Yes.
Question 1. Which significant woman in American history was chosen to replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill? A, Harriet Tubman, B, Rosa Parks, or C, Eleanor Roosevelt?
A, Harriet Tubman.
That is correct, yes. Question 2. What is the term for the energy needed to start a reaction? A, kinetic energy, B, potential energy, or C, activation energy?
I'm going to go with C.
That's correct. Depending on the reaction, the activation energy may be very low, not requiring much energy to start, or it may be very high and require extra assistance, such as a catalyst, to get it going. Question 3. Saranan Tongo is an English-based Creole language primarily spoken in what South American country? A, Guyana, B, Suriname, or C, Venezuela?
I'm going to guess A.
No, it's actually B, Suriname. Even after the Dutch took control of the area in 1667, English remained the basis of the Creole, with new words from Dutch soon incorporated into the local vernacular. Question 4. What game preceded Mario Kart 8 as the best-selling racing game of all time? A, Mario Kart Wii, B, Need for Speed, or C, Asphalt 8, Airborne?
I'm going to guess the Mario Kart 1.
Yeah, that's correct. Mario Kart Wii, the highest rated game in the series, comes in with over 36 million sales. And finally, question 5. Which composer moved to the United States in 1892 and became the head of the National Conservatory of Music of America? A,
Dvorak.
A, Johannes Brahms, B, Antonin Dvorak, or C, Edvard Grieg? Yes, it is Dvorak. While he was at the conservatory in New York, Dvorak composed his famous New World Symphony. All righty, Frey, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, question 1. What is the best-selling line of iPhones of all time? A, the iPhone X and XS series, B, the iPhone 4 and 4S series, or C, the iPhone 6 and 6S series?
Ooh, what does my gut feel as an Android user? I'm going to go for C, the iPhone 6 and 6S.
That is correct. Over 224 million units of that line were sold. Yeah. Question 2. On May 10th, 2022, Katalin Novak was sworn in as the president of what Central European country located in the Carpathian Basin? A, Hungary, B, Slovakia, or C, Austria?
Could you repeat the name, please?
Yeah, Katalin Novak. And Central European country located in the Carpathian Basin. What?
Could you repeat the countries? I only heard Hungary.
Oh, sorry. A, Hungary, B, Slovakia, or C, Austria?
I'm between Hungary and Slovakia. I'm going to go Hungary.
That is correct, yes. Question 3. Which of the following first ladies wrote a children's book from the perspective of her dog, Millie? A, Barbara Bush, B, Hillary Clinton, or C, Laura Bush?
Oh, come on, you had to do like two different bushes. Oh, which do I want to go with? I'm gonna go with Barbara Bush.
That's
Barbara
correct.
Bush. Oh my God,
Millie's,
I'm getting lucky today.
yeah,
Wow.
Millie's book, written from the perspective of the titular English Springer Spaniel, was published in 1990 and reached #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list.
Okay, now ask me which Bush president was her husband.
Which Bush president was her husband?
I have no idea.
Okay. It was George Bush Sr. Laura Bush is married to George W. Bush. Question 4. Norodom Sihamoni was a diplomat and classical dance instructor before being selected by the Throne Council in 2004 to become the king of what Asian country? A, Thailand, B, Brunei, or C, Cambodia?
Shoot, could you repeat the name, please?
Norodom Sihamoni.
It's,
Thailand, Brunei, or Cambodia?
and he was selected to be the king.
Yes, by the Throne Council.
Council. Cambodia.
That's correct. Yes. You'll be shocked to know that my brother wrote all of the questions having to do with foreign politics. At any rate, question 5. Jerry Stiller's career had a late resurgence in the 1990s when he played whose father on Seinfeld? A, Elaine Bennis, B, Cosmo Kramer, or C, George Costanza?
Wait, you wrote this question, Matthew.
I did write this question.
Because I have no idea. Could you repeat the questions? I'm sorry for being so annoying.
Oh, no, you're good. Jerry Stiller's career had a late resurgence in the 1990s when he played whose father on Seinfeld?
Actually, never mind. I'm just going to go with Kramer. I have no idea. Kramer. Final answer.
It's George Costanza, actually. Stiller and his wife, Ann Mira, were a popular comedy duo in the 1960s and 70s. And of course, he's the father of Ben Stiller. All righty, that's the end of round 1. So Carter, can you please give us a score update?
We have a great game going on here with Lucas at 40 and Frey at 40.
Excellent. Well, now it is time for round 2. So Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
Yes, round 2 will consist of 5 questions again, this time on the same topic to each of you. Questions here are open-ended and they're worth about 20 points. If you go in wrong, your opponent can answer for 10 points.
All righty. So in writing this round 2 category, this episode will air on June 8th. And there were a lot of things for the June 1st episode that I wanted to do round 2 categories for. And of course, last week we heard categories on Morgan Freeman and Tom Holland, since their birthdays are June 1st. But there were 2 states that were admitted to the Union on June 1st long ago, and those were Kentucky and Tennessee. And so, Lucas, you're going to get 5 questions about Kentucky, and Frey, you're going to get 5 questions about the state of Tennessee. So, Lucas, are you ready?
If I say no, can I go research Kentucky and then come back?
No, unfortunately, we are
Okay.
under a time crunch.
I guess we will say yes. Then.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. The state's northern border is defined by what river?
I'm going to guess Missouri.
Not the Missouri River. Frey?
Ohio River.
That's the Ohio River. It flows from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to the Mississippi on the border between Illinois, Kentucky, and Missouri. Question 2. Located on the Ohio River, what is the most populous city in Kentucky?
Louisville.
That's correct. The city is home to about 633,000 people, and nearly 1.4 million people reside in the metro area in Kentucky and neighboring Indiana. Question 3. The state is home to what largest cave system in the world?
Mammoth Caves.
That's correct. Mammoth Cave has more than 420 miles of surveyed passageways. Question 4. What state song is traditionally heard every year before the start of the Kentucky Derby?
I don't know. I'm just gonna guess like something like "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah" or the
Battle Hymn of the Republic?
Yeah, that's one.
No, that's not correct. Frey, do you know?
So the question is, what state's song is
Yeah.
heard?
What's this name of the state song?
I'm just going to take a wild guess and guess Kentucky's state song.
No, it does have Kentucky in the title, but it is My Old Kentucky Home.
Which which state's name, please?
Well, Kentucky, yeah. It was
Wait,
written.
wait. You weren't asking for the name? I thought you were
which
asking
No,
state
for
I'm
the
at
state.
singular song. Yeah.
What state song is traditionally heard every year before the start of the Kentucky Derby?
Okay, never mind. That makes sense. I thought there were like each state had its own sort of anthem for a second, and then
Oh,
you were asking for a specific. Okay, my
No.
bad. It's been
No.
a long day.
yeah. Perhaps I should have said what Kentucky state song, but it was a category about the state of Kentucky, so I
You see,
assumed that
it
was
makes a
implied.
lot of sense now in retrospect.
Yeah.
So you have,
All right.
good job.
Well, good. Thank you. My Old Kentucky Home was written by Stephen Foster, perhaps the best known American songwriter of the 19th century, in 1852. While it was promoted by many in the abolitionist movement, including by Frederick Douglass, the song was popular in blackface minstrel shows, much like many other songs by Foster. And finally, question 5. What liquor, a type of whiskey, is synonymous with the state?
Bourbon.
That's correct. Even though it is most closely associated with Kentucky, bourbon may be made anywhere in the United States, and it is primarily made from corn. Alrighty, Frey, are you ready for your questions about Tennessee?
Nope. But let's
Okay.
go.
Question 1. The state's capital and largest city, Nashville, has what nickname due to its association with the performing arts?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Music City.
That's correct. It is home to the Grand Ole Opry and the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Can I tell you that was a complete guess?
Well, it was a good guess. And yeah. Question 2. Located outside Nashville, the Hermitage was the home of what former U.S. president from Tennessee?
The Hermitage. Polk.
No, not Polk. Lucas?
Wild guess. Teddy Roosevelt.
No. Andrew Jackson was this one. Andrew Jackson owned the plantation from 1804 until his death in 1845. Cotton was grown there, and at the height of its operations, Jackson held 110 enslaved people at the plantation. Question 3. Beale Street is a historic street running through the downtown area of what other Tennessee city?
Memphis.
That's correct. It is a famous location for the history of blues music. Question 4. Tennessee and North Carolina are home to what national park, which is the most visited national park in the United States annually?
Most visited, really? Would it be the Smoky Mountains National Park?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is there a different name?
No, you're missing the first word.
The Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
That's correct. 14.1 million people visited the park in 2021. And finally, question 5. The Graceland Mansion in Memphis was the home of what rock and roll star?
Elvis Presley.
That's correct. It is now a museum honoring his life and legacy. Well, that's the end of round 2. So Carter, can you please give us a score update?
We have Lucas at 100 and Frey at 130.
Alrighty, now it is time for round 3. So Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
Well, round 3 is a lot like round 2, but this time questions will be on different topics. There were 30 points each. If you go wrong, your opponent can answer for 15 points.
Perfect. Alrighty, Lucas, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. What interstate highway has a concurrency with I-90 starting in Rockford, Illinois, and continuing north into Wisconsin?
No idea. I'm gonna guess I-45 just because it seems right. It's like 90, 45.
No. No.
Okay.
Frey?
Okay, I think this one's I-39.
That's
Is it
correct.
I-39? Final answer.
Yes, that's correct. Question 2. 1840 became known as what for Robert Schumann, who composed 138 songs during that year, including his famous cycle Dichterliebe.
Are you asking for like a nickname of the year? Like a,
Yeah.
oh gosh, I have no idea. No clue.
Okay. Frey, do you know?
Schumann's Year of Abundance.
No, this was the Liederjahr, or the Year of Song. And it was a departure year for his compositional life, having mostly composed pieces for piano before then. Question 3. In music, what term is used to describe the end of a musical phrase, especially from the harmonic context? And this term can also be used more broadly to refer to someone's tone of speaking.
Cadence.
That's correct. There are 5 major types of cadences: a perfect authentic, perfect inauthentic, half, plagal, and deceptive. Question 4. The longest boardwalk in North America is located in Rigolette, in what easternmost Canadian province?
Newfoundland and Labrador.
That is correct, yes. And finally, question 5. In 2014, Audra McDonald won the Tony Award for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role in a Play for portraying what jazz singer in Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill?
No idea, but I'll guess like Sarah Vaughan.
No. Frey, do you know?
Louis Armstrong, sorry.
No, this was Billie Holiday.
Oh.
And the play takes place in Philadelphia in 1959, shortly before Holiday's death. She performs at a bar and tells stories about her life while becoming increasingly intoxicated and incoherent. Frey.
Could you repeat what was her name? I totally heard a man's name. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, the actress's name is Audra McDonald.
I heard Andrew. All right.
No, Audra McDonald. Yeah, and she played Billie Holiday. So, Frey, are you ready for your 5 questions?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Question 1. Between Rockford and Chicago, I-90 is named for what social worker and co-founder of the Hull House?
Can I just give you a last name?
Sure.
Adams.
That's correct, Jane Addams. It is a 76-mile tollway that was renamed for the founder of the Settlement House movement in 2007. Question 2. What are electrically charged particles called?
Electrically charged ones? Oh God, it's been so long. Shoot. Ions.
Yes, that is correct. Ions include things like charged elements like K+, which is potassium. Specifically, ions with a positive charge are catons, I think, and those with a negative charge are called anions, I think. Cations? Carter? Okay.
I think I remember cations.
Cation, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's been a long time. I obviously did not write that question. Question 3. Legend has it that when the U.S. government drove out the Creek tribe from Alabama, a Creek shaman put a curse on the land that would eventually become what racetrack, the longest oval on the NASCAR circuit?
Longest oval on the great.
Apparently.
You're looking for a name of an oval on a racetrack.
Yes.
I'm going to bounce this one over to Lucas, see what he has.
Okay. Lucas, do you know?
No.
I would never have been able to come up with this name, but I've heard of it because of the Will Ferrell film. This is the Talladega Speedway.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Interestingly
I wish
enough.
I got that one.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it? I thought you were asking. No. Okay, continue.
Okay. My
This
brother
is
wrote that question.
sorry. This is just a game of misconceptions for me, I think.
But you're doing really well. So
Thank you.
it's all good. Question 4. What is the name of the 1992 Aaron Sorkin military courtroom drama starring Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson that was adapted from the 1989 Broadway rendition? Nicholson is famous for bursting out, "You can't handle the truth," in the climactic scene.
Men Who Stare at Goats.
No. Lucas, do you know?
A Few Good Men.
That is correct. Yes. And finally, question 5. Big Brother is a fictional character and symbol in what final novel by George Orwell?
1984.
That's correct. In this totalitarian society depicted by Orwell, citizens are constantly under surveillance by the government, and the famous line, Big Brother is watching you, originated from this novel. Well, that's the end of round 3. So Carter, can you please give us a score update?
We have Lucas with 175 points and Frey with 235 points.
All righty. Well, now it is time for round 4. So Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
Round 4 is our showdown, where each of you will get the same 3 questions. Questions here are worth 40 points each, and I'll ask you to write down your answers or otherwise make note of them. It's anyone's game.
All righty.
I do
Lucas,
not have a pen handy.
that's okay.
Do you want me to just
You can just
I'll
think your
carve it on
answer.
my hand?
Sure. Yeah, great. That works.
Use this like butter knife right here.
Okay, well,
Just chisel it in.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do for trivia. So, at any rate, here we go. Question 1. What founding father primarily wrote the Bill of Rights? Alrighty, Lucas, what is your answer?
Thomas Jefferson.
Frey?
I also went with TJ, as you can see. It's carved
Yes, I
into my
see it
hand.
clearly.
Thomas Jefferson.
Unfortunately, it was
Also
not Thomas.
petition to have me go first, so then since I don't have anything to write with.
Okay, no, that's fair. Unfortunately, it was not Thomas Jefferson. It was actually James Madison. The Bill of Rights originally contained 12 articles, and 3 through 12 became the first 10 amendments. The second article became the 27th Amendment, ratified in 1992. Article 1 is technically still awaiting ratification by the states. So there you go.
The Article 1 of the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
As in Bill of
But-
Rights number 1, like the most important one.
Well, but what we now know as the First Amendment was actually the third article of the Bill of Rights. And
Oh,
yeah, 3 through 12 are the first 10 amendments. And then the Second Amendment was about congressional salaries, and I don't remember the exact, wording of it or whatever, but that eventually was ratified in 1992 as the 27th Amendment. Article 1,
Really?
yeah, Article 1 is about, and I didn't know this, it's about like number of people per representative in the House. And I think it states that there's like 30,000 or so residents for one representative. And that one was never ratified. And it's since been superseded anyway by other laws, including one that says that sets the number of representatives at 435.
Could you imagine though, like if that had been ratified today, would it be like 10,000 representatives in the House of Reps?
Yeah, something like that. It would be, I mean, it's already utter chaos in the House of Representatives, but yeah. So that's why that one has never been ratified, but it's still technically out there because there was never a time limit set on that. So there you go. Anyway, question 2. Frank Lloyd Wright's home and studio is located in what suburb of Chicago? All right. Frey, have you chiseled anything on your hand?
No, but I've chiseled Arlington Heights in my as my best bad guess.
Okay. Lucas?
Evanston.
This was actually Oak Park. A 22-year-old Frank Lloyd Wright purchased the home in Oak Park in 1889, and he designed the various additions to it. And Oak Park contains numerous Frank Lloyd Wright structures. So you go.
Matthew, out of curiosity, do you know if Arlington Heights is a DC suburb? Because I can't tell myself whether it's a DC suburb or a Chicago suburb.
Well, Arlington County sits right across the river from Washington, D.C.
It does not bode well then for me, does it?
I don't know of a specific neighborhood in Arlington County called Arlington Heights, but I could be wrong. But
Okay.
I don't think so. It's probably that's I don't know. We can look it up afterward. We'll just assume that it's a suburb of Chicago for now. Anyway, question 3. After her leading role in the first Alien movie, Sigourney Weaver played Dana Bartlett, who lives in a haunted apartment building in what other supernatural film?
I pass.
Okay. Lucas, do you know?
I'm just guessing Scream.
No, this is Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of all
Yeah.
the things.
She reprised the role in the sequel. And I will just note for the record that Arlington Heights is a municipality in Cook County, Illinois.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's up it's inland. It's like northwest of O'Hare. So you'd have to drive by it to get from Rockford to Chicago. So,
Right. So,
exactly.
but you
what
know,
were
those
thinking.
things that you like drive past all the time, like if I had said Hoffman Estates, I would know for sure that that's in Chicago, but it just doesn't feel very like Frank Lloyd Wright, you know? Like you have to give him a little bit of mystique, like a place you don't know for sure exists.
That's fair. But alas, 'twas Oak Park. So, oh well.
Also very mysterious. Oak Park.
Well,
You
that's
imagine it's just like nothing but forest. And like maybe a tiny little cottage here and a tiny little cottage there.
well, I think
And
it's
then
a
you
lot of
realize that
tiny.
it's
I think it's a lot of tiny cottages, but mostly because it's an old neighborhood
oh,
in Chicago.
well, that's nice too.
I think I've never actually been to Oak Park.
I might have been. I don't know. It's a place that you wouldn't know if you've been there or not because it's so mysterious.
Alas. Well, anyway, that's the end of the game. So Carter, can you
Aw,
please
you
give
don't
us
have any more
a
questions for us? That was
no,
so
I
fun.
don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, Carter, can you give us the final score, please?
As it often does after round 4, our score remains unchanged. We have Lucas at 175 points and Frey at 235 points.
Well, congratulations, Frey. You have won. Do you have anything that you would like to say?
I'd like to extend a hearty congratulations to my brother Lucas, not for his performance in the game, but for graduating college and
Thank
for
you.
composing the, like, I don't know how to call it, the trumpet anthem for his school's graduation ceremony, which is super cool.
That is
Thanks,
great.
Frey.
Yeah, congratulations, Lucas, on your recent graduation. Frey and I will be graduating together, sort of, next
It's
weekend.
true. Next weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Even though we've already graduated.
although I'm almost 2 years older than my brother, he beat me to the stage
I did.
by a couple weeks.
I got my tube.
And you beat me as well, even though I finished school 2 years before you did.
Yeah,
and already
see?
started a graduate program. So
Yeah, crazy. It's what a global pandemic will do for you.
yeah, how goes it, by the way?
It's good, but let's talk about that after I close the show.
All right.
Well, that's our show for this week, folks. Thank you, Frey and Lucas, for being on the show today, as well as Carter Zanke for being our scorekeeper and Mason Cook for composing the music. Today's questions were written by Caitlin Fick, Matthew Brown, Matthew Hauser, Mason Cook, and yours truly. And thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to Trivia Over Tea on your preferred podcast platform, and leave us a review if you enjoyed it. And check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at Trivia Over Tea, as well as our Twitter account, also at Trivia Over Tea. Feel free to message us on any of these platforms if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the show. And tune in next week when we'll have 2 new contestants and 33 more fantastic questions. Thank you. We will see you next week.